Okay, so this is gonna be video number 2 for setting up the rigging for the letter, specifically letter R. And I forgot to mention, I'm gonna show how to place these um, ball joints, or as I like to call them, placing my nubs. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab all of it and I'm gonna wipe it out. So I'm gonna start from scratch. Okay, from here, what we're gonna do is set to rigging, and then it's a little bit of a new menu sets. You got skeleton, skin, deform, constrain, control, blah 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 blah. And also you could just go in here to the rigging tab, and you got a whole bunch of crazy looking icons again. So the icon you want is this: create joints, or it's also under skeleton, create joints option box, and you just reset it back to normal, just in case if there's anything different set up. Again, that's under skeleton, create joints option box, or click on that. You can also double click on it, on the icon. I'll bring up the tools and reset. And then you'll notice your icon will look like a crosshair. That's how you know. You want to be in your front, and make sure your mesh is dead center. That is absolutely critical. Your mesh has to be dead center. So I'm going to be in my front, and perhaps I can show my grid if I want. I'm going to place my first joint. I'm going to place it when you place your joint ball and the skeleton in general, you want to be like in the middle, because this little nub, it's going to influence all around this area in terms of the vertices of the mesh. So I don't want to place it like in the edge. If I place it on the edge, it's going to have an influence right around here. If you could imagine a circle of influence. And I don't want it there. I want it to be more like here. And I already put it here. But then if I try to click one here, look what it does. It does that. And this is the other way to place joints. It looks, very intuitive. But it's alright. I mean, I don't like to do it this way. I just like to place my nubs first. Just trust me, it gets freaking annoying when you want to make corrections and stuff. So I just like to place the nubs first. So I'm gonna just press W to get out of the tool. Here's my joint 1. I'm gonna grab it, make sure always in the front. I'm gonna just zoom in a bit, and maybe right around here-ish. Like that. Maybe a little bit lower, zoom in a bit. Maybe this much space, maybe a little bit higher, something like that. Notice from the top view, it's also from over here, perfectly dead middle from this width. Also here, top to bottom. That's pretty much your first joint. And this will be my root joint, where everything will stem off of, like branches. So my radius, I'm gonna type in 1. Bam. So it's big and fat, so I can differentiate between the root joint and the other joints. And I'm just gonna click outside. And there's your first ever root joint. Then I'm gonna click on the joint tool again to turn it on. I'm gonna just plop one right here. This part is important. The reason why is that the little baby joint balls, right? Or I like to call them nubs. Actually, I'm gonna OCD right there. It doesn't really matter, but I like to make it just right. So these are the joints that will be branching out, and the first joints that branch out from my root joint is absolutely critical. that you place them closer. And that's just for the first joints that branch out. I repeat, the first joints that branch out, you want them to be close to the root joint. And because they swivel off of this space. So for example, this one, I want Control D, again, Control D, okay, and I move it here. I did not do Control V. All I did was Control D, and it automatically made one. So you don't do like copy paste, like Control C and Control V, Control C, Control V. You don't do that. Do not do that. Just do Control D as in David. And you place the joint right there. Really, really close. Because it's gonna pivot off of here. I'm gonna pause the video for a bit. So I'm back. Here's my previous mesh, right? Skeleton setup, where I'm gonna discuss about the importance of what do you call that? Your secondary joints. For example, this is the root joint, right? This is the old one, the one that my root joint is way over here where it kind of shouldn't be, right? And I'm just using it as an example. And you see how my root joint and then the baby joint right here, the ball joint, and you see how it all kind of stems outward from here, outward, outward, outward. And you notice how God, my freaking, these things are annoying me right now. Grab it all, hide it. So these guys are stemming out from here, but you see how close they are, right? And then now if I show it, if I grab this, watch what happens. See? You see how important it is that's close, because it's gonna pivot off of that. How far you space it is how far, you know, you'll be able to pivot off of and bend and squeeze, basically. See this? See? That's why where the other baby joints stem off of your root joint is very, 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 very important. Anyway, so back in here, hence I put it here and here. Yeah, okay, so I did that. And then what I can do is I'll just grab this one, right? I'll do Control D as in David, made a copy, and I just scoot it over. That. And like I said, with the rules, I'm gonna want to have it so that it's gonna have like this much space between the meat of the mesh right here, and it'll stem out from there. So I'm happy with over here. See the spacing and spacing. Then I'm gonna do Control D again. I'm gonna scoot it down and watch my spacing. Let's see how wider it got now, which is fine. Like around here. And then Control D here. Spacing. I'm gonna hide my grid and Control D. Right here, zoom in, always in your front. And just, you know, I just put it down. You notice how it's very clean. Look outside, and maybe I'll just nudge it a bit. This much. If you think of it as an accordion, and you know, I'm gonna bend the accordion off of these pivot points. That's what I'm thinking about. So I got that. Then I'm gonna grab this, Control D. Here, is up there. Spacing, Control D. Spacing, Control D. Spacing, I'll place it, I don't know, right around here. Maybe I'll do that here. That. It doesn't have to be exactly like equal distant every time. See over here is a little bit tighter. So, okay. I'm just looking at my example. 1, 2, 3. I could just do this, do that. I'll bring it back a bit. So this one's right here, going like this. Grab that, bring like that. I was thinking about adding one more, but I don't need to. I don't want to make more work. Oh, right. I'm gonna want one here and here, because it's gonna pivot off of here. Anytime it branches off, I want to pivot off of. It's gonna also branch off of here and here. So what I'm gonna do is something like that. Oh, I can't see good. Use default material. Okay. So maybe something like that. And then something like here. Yeah, there you go. And here. And then Control D, drop it down. Here. So that's set up. Okay, that's a little bit brighter. So you got boom, boom, boom. This here is tighter because it's gonna pivot off at this point. And then it's gonna open up, you know, like that. Okay, after that, I'm gonna grab this one, Control D, pull it over, maybe like this much space. I'm not gonna make it this close. I mean, I could if I want to, you know, like that. I'm just thinking. And then Control D, like that. I don't need to have it this close over here, just off of here. And then Control D, and then Control D, Control D, move it over, and then Control D, move it over, that. The spacing here and here, here and here, 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 something like that. Yeah. And then from there, I'll grab like this one. I'm gonna make a copy of it. I'm gonna place it here, right around here. And I'll explain how this is gonna all work out. And then Control D, spacing, 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 around here. Then Control D, spacing, spacing, Control D, zoom in, right around here, space, space, like that. There you go. So that's how we set that up. And then now you just name it. This one will be my root JNT. Joint, root joint. I like to capitalize first of each main word. It helps me to read it better because it'll be a whole word salad, letter salad, blah 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 blah. And having capitalization helps me to read things better. Then these are your other stuff. Maybe I'll name this one on the right side, left side, and this side will be my right side. So maybe I'll name this right joint 1. Oh, no, my left joint 1. And then I'll copy it, and I'll grab this guy, left joint 2. I just copy and pasted it. I copy the letters, the words, right? You double click and you Control V to paste it. Then I'm gonna grab this one, left joint, copy and paste it, and it changes the name. See the name? Then I'll grab this one, double click, paste it, same thing, let go, change the name. Grab this one, go in here, Control V, grab this one, Control V as in Victor, grab this one, Control V as in Victor, right? And remember, all I did was grab the first one, Control C, right? And then you grab the next one, Control V. Okay, just in case if I went too fast. Then grab this one. This will be my right side. I'm gonna write down right joint 1. And whichever you do, like you could make this one right joint 1, whatever, you know. So it doesn't have to be like you have to do it exactly, you know. Oh shit. This has to be yeah. It's alright. This will be right joint 1. This has to be right joint 2. Right joint 2. This will be, and we'll copy this, Control C, grab this one, Control V, so now I got that, right joint 3. Grab that, Control V as in Victor, grab that, Control V as in Victor, then this, I'm gonna name this Control V, right joint 6. Yeah. This, I'll copy the name, just the name. Control V as in Victor. There. So everything is named, right? Ooh. Okay, not named yet. So okay, this one, these guys I need a name. I'm gonna write down left joint, and forgot what numbers we're on. I'm just gonna press enter, and then left joint 6, looks like left joint 7. I'm gonna write down left joint 8. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna copy it, the name of it, Control C. This one, double click, Control V, enter. This one, double click, Control V, enter. This one, double click, Control V, enter. There you go. Everything's named. Left side, right side. Okay, so the nubs are there. Damn, it's already 19 minutes. Now we connect it. So it's pretty simple. You just gotta do it slowly. Don't rush it. Make sure in here you have nothing under your rotation. I repeat, make sure you have nothing under the rotation. everything should be clean. Well, to translate, you can have some data. You know what I mean? Like the X and the Y. And the Z, there's no point in having any translation to Z. This should be 0 because you're only working off the front. Only the front. So everything else should be clean except for the X and the Y. Translate, which is fine, which is good. But especially the rotation, nothing in there. Alright, so let's connect. This is my root joint. These are the baby joints. I'm going to grab this baby joint to the root joint. Right? This, hold shift and click the root joint. Press P as in Peter. And look what that did. I'll crack that open. You see now this is here. Right? Then I'm going to grab this, the other baby joint. I'm going to connect it to him. Hold shift and P. Click that. Now shift and then click that, not P. So you grab that, hold shift, select that. Press P as in Peter. Open it, now you see it connecting. Then I want this to connect to this. Hold shift and select, click, press P as in Peter. Then let's say I want this now. This to connect to this. So this is the baby, this is the bigger brother. Hold shift, select, press P as in Peter. Boom. See how it's branching out? I'm gonna save this. Right? Then I can go down. Grab this. This is the child. This is the bigger brother. Press P. Grab this. Hold shift. Select the bigger brother. Press P. Grab this. Hold shift. Select the bigger brother. Press P. See how it's branching off. It's leafing off. It's stemming off. So this is this. This is its own branches stemming off. That's how we do that. And then I'm gonna go here. This is the baby brother, bigger brother. Press P. Baby brother. Hold shift. Select that. Press P. Then baby brother, bigger brother. Press P. Same thing. Baby brother, bigger brother. Hold shift. Select. Be careful. It says clone right here. If I move, look what that did. Very, very bad. Okay, so just be careful. It's like that. Hold shift, select the bigger brother, press P. You can crack that open. Boom, 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 boom. Select the baby brother, hold shift, select the bigger brother, press P. Baby brother, hold shift, select, bigger brother, press P. Baby brother, hold shift, select the bigger brother, press P. Select the baby brother, select the bigger brother, press P. See? Then over here, baby brother, bigger brother, press P. Oh shit. Forgot about that. Baby brother, bigger brother, press P. Then this part, you grab the baby, you grab the parent, okay, baby, hold shift, select the parent, press P, see? Then from here, baby brother, who does a baby brother want to follow, him or him? It really doesn't matter, you know, it's all the same. I could go down here and blah 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 if I wanted to, but I think I want to go from here to here. That's what I want. So press, so baby brother, hold shift, select the bigger brother it wants to hold hands with, press P. See? Baby brother, bigger brother, press P. Baby brother, bigger brother, press P. Baby brother, bigger brother, press P. Boom. And it's okay to have a gap. It is okay. Reason why is because this one, you see, there's a gap. And here, and then here, like that. Okay, so there is your bone setup. And if you're not happy with some of the bone placement for whatever the hell reason, right? If you're not happy, you, for example, let's say, I'm gonna say this. Let's say I want this to be higher. You don't do this. You don't do that. You just press D as in David, and you could do that. May seem like, what's the big deal? But trust me, just press D as in David. See what it's doing? It's isolating the movement. Whereas if you do grab it, see, you move the whole thing. So again, if you want to move around the placement, press D one time. Then you could do that, or that, or that. And then, you know, get out of the tool. Yeah. And that's how you do that. So there is your placing your nubs, and then connecting your nubs into a joint chain, and everything's named out. Boom, 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 boom. So that's how we do that. So that's the end of that tutorial. Bye.